Morning, everyone. It's Monday morning. It's 7:10 a.m. I could say I'll probably be late for work. So, another day. Last Friday I finished so late, the store was closed. I was supposed to go get some electronic parts, but the store was closed. So I'm gonna go see tonight. Tonight. This afternoon. Because I have like 3-4 hour trips to do. And then I just came back to work. It's just a delivery today. I go one place and then I come back. And then when I come back, I'm gonna come back home and rest. Try to work on my project. If I can buy the parts I need. So this week will be the week of almost the 20th. The 20th is next week. It's gonna be like 20 days already, so I can have my money. So I was reading information on electronicschema.com how would I integrate on my little design frequency controller to control the hertz coming out from the currents. See if I can crank it up or lower it up, play with it a little bit. So we'll see about that. And oh god, this weekend was long. Saturday morning I had to get up early to get things returned and then get what I needed to install my winter tires on my car on this ride. Damn. It was cold. It was 0 degrees Celsius. But I managed to do it. My neighbor helped me because I did his at the same time. And we did the rust proofing on both of our car. So that was pretty good. Like the wheel well rust proofing. Protect every parts and everything like this for the winter. I did half of the undercarriage of this car, but the rear still need to be done. So I'll see if there's a little moment when it's gonna get warmer above 0 degrees Celsius, and I'll buy the cans I need to finish the rust proofing on this joint. Because it's a Mazda, you have to protect Mazda. You have to do a rust proofing every year. This one is 2012, so it's going almost on 8 years. I'm almost to 200,000 K on it, and it's still there's no rust issue on this one. When I got it, it didn't have any rust proofing. I did the rust proofing the second years I own it. Oh my god. I haven't seen that in a long time. The curve is covered with snow. This is when you really need like good winter tires. So this year, as I'm seeing right now, I'm gonna need a new rear wiper because this one is not doing jack shit right now. I bought 2 new front wiper, but these ones, they're doing a good job right now, so we'll see how long they last. And next weekend is going to be the turn for my Kia. For sure I'm going to have to install my winter tires. I'm going to go and buy them, and I went to the flea market yesterday to confirm with the lady, the sales lady, the one that she's selling tires, and she said yeah they're going to be here next week, and this is the guy phone number, so you can take rendezvous with him for next Sunday. So everything's settled. Now it's all a question of getting my money. And I'll be able to prep my other car for winter. My mom was complaining that the mud flap I put on her car is rubbing, but it's not the mud flap that's rubbing, it's the tire that are too big. They're just too big for the car. The car looks like it's beefed up. She has winter tires that are probably 1.25 inches too big for the car. So when she's turning, it's rubbing inside the wing because the clearance in the wheel well, it has like the heads of the bolts are they're sticking out too much. So I'm gonna have to buy flathead metal screws. Well. Construction workers are not working this morning. And it's not a snowstorm today, it's just snow. I have to hit the road today as well. Oh my god. I have to hit the road, go all the way to the center of Quebec and Victoriaville. And it's like the roads are slippery. And this truck, this Mazda 5, has stability control. Traction and stability control. So that means that if I'm on ice or something and I start sliding, the truck is going to calculate that within a fraction of a second, apply the brake when it's needed, and stop me from sliding. And but the big truck that I'm going to rent, it's a it's a 20 feet long cabs with a front, what we call the low cat forward. And it doesn't have winter tires, so I wonder how well it's going to perform outside, especially for a freaking diesel engine. Oh my god, diesel and winter, two things that don't get along very well. You can hear that from the bus over there. That's shit. For sure, if I was to buy a new car, it would not be a diesel engine. Those are the worst. I know. I usually tricked out my gasoline engine to make sure that they perform in the winter. They outperform everything. My Ford Tempo, my 94 Ford Tempos, I had a heating system in the air duct that when it was connected with the block heater, because the engine was a block of steel, and in the morning, I leave around like 2 hours before I have to leave, I plug it up, and then when I start the engine, there's already hot air in the engine, so I don't need to force it. So each morning it was an easy start, no matter what, just as long as it was plugged with the block heater. And then my another one of my ride was a 1989 Chevrolet Astro with a 4.3 block engine. On that one, I put 3 batteries. I had a battery for the starters, and I had 2 additional batteries with the solar panels and a controller. And what it did, it had a full voltaic photo sensor that in the morning, the moment the sun gets up, it started up the heating system, which is like a forced heat fan inside the truck, and like not a big block heater, but just something to warm up the engine a little bit. And the air duct from the van, I put it inside the cab in the winter. So like any air that the van was sucking was coming from inside in the warmth. It didn't breathe cold air from outside. So that one too, I never had any problem starting it up. But these 2 vehicles, they were iron core. They were forged iron core engine. They weren't aluminum engine. This one and my Kia, they're aluminum block. So this one runs on synthetic, and my other little car runs on 5W20, and they don't have much problem starting in winter. This one, it's 4 years with the same battery. I'm gonna have to change the battery this year, but I'll see how well it goes so far, and I'll wait till the very last moment, like if it ever fails. It's very slippery this morning. Yeah, so slippery. Yeah, very slippery. The guy in the back is doing the same thing as I do. He's testing his car. Before they passed the law for winter tires, it was on December 15. by December 15, you had to put your winter tire. They had to be on. And now it's December 1st. So that's like less than 2 weeks from now. And the Kias tires are so worn out. And first of all, me and my neighbor, both our summer tires are finished. Mine's are not so bad, but the edge are really worn out. But his, they're chipped all over the place. So like we both need next year, so we'll need summer tires. So it's gonna give me like all winter to save up some money and buy a decent set of winter tires, summer tires. Because these winter tires, I was surprised that they were still good. It was surprising when I took them off. And what most surprising is that like I remember that these tires had a defect when they were rolled, and no matter how amount of weight you put on, there's still a vibration. So when I drive over 100, it vibrates a little bit. So that's that. Winter's here, and what I was dreading to do, and I was looking for a new job. Now I'm gonna actually do, and it's working in the snow. By that time, I wanted to find a job somewhere else, which was almost the case, because last Friday I went for a job interview, but it wasn't. It was really shitty. I'm sure they would have met a good salary. That's not an issue. But what really pisses me off is that when I read the comment about this company, there was a lot of negative comment. And when I saw how the human resource guy and the foreman, they were acting, it was dead on what they were saying, what everybody was saying. And then I say, like, I wouldn't be happy with that. And when I told the guy I was asking me, he said, like, what's your, I know your quality, but what do you consider like things you can improve? And then I told him, it's like, I lack patience when it comes to asking for something and you're not doing it. That really pisses me off. Because where I am right now, things are taking time. But when it comes to something that I need, I have my own credit card, so I just go and get what I need. That's it. That's all. I don't need to ask anyone fucking permission. I buy what I need, and that's it. He doesn't argue with me. He knows that the more efficient the things are, the faster the work gets done, the better it is. This is what I developed over there. Instead of carrying a stupid little pouch there, I have all the tools I need, all the spare parts I need, and my Milwaukee pack out. And this thing just drives everywhere it needs. And it's not bad. It's a good exercise that I have to take it up and down every time I have to take it out of the truck. So it's not that bad. It's good exercise. But the thing that pisses me off from this situation these days is that the amount of work I have to do. Before it was one chair per place, but now it's multiple chair at a time. Last Friday I spent from 2 in the afternoon to 5:20 almost fixing up to 50 chair at the same place. And I didn't take the hard way to do the job. I just laid a chair on the floor on its side, take what parts I need, replace it, and then put it back up. I didn't waste time doing too much, you know. But in the coming week, I have to go back to Quebec City and spend another 2 days there. 2 days, 2 whole days of doing the same thing, like a lot of chairs. I'm gonna have to split my workload. That I do this many jobs in one morning, and then I do one single job in the afternoon. It's not I don't like the job, it's a good job. I know a lot of people would be happy to do this, but I'm not 20 years younger. I'm 45 going older, and the guy that was doing that before me, he quit doing that to become a sales rep. And I already have enough responsibility on my back with this one. And I'm thinking that if on the long run I have to change career to become a supervisor, it will be even more work. So I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to aim my career toward something that would be more in accordance with what I really want to do in life. I have 20 years of work left in me before I hit retirement, and it's really something else to when you spend your entire life doing everything. You know, you spend your entire life learning trades, doing different jobs, becoming the best at everything, so that when people hire you, you impress them so much, you outspec their expectation. You know, you've become so good, you become irreplaceable. But everybody's replaceable. And basically everywhere I work, everybody was telling me you're the best, and I don't know what we'll do without you, and so on and so on. But when I leave, things just go back to what they used to be: mediocre work and the same old environment. One of my co-workers that I worked with him for a year and a half at the seed company, the other seed company, he misses me. He said you put a different atmosphere when you were there, and it was always fun to have you there, and you were working. There's always a solution. There's never problems, and you were someone special. You know, you really brighten up the place. And then I say like, well, unfortunately, you're not the boss and the owner of the company, so you couldn't decide exactly what I wanted to do, what I needed. But over there, my time was done. You know, I was just passing there. Passing there that lasts for a year and a half. A year and a half of almost being broke all the time. Now this salary is within the expectation of what I need salary-wise, but it's paid every 2 weeks, which is a constant struggle. Because the moment you're paying off something on the day you have like a huge pay, then 2 days later you need that money back. So the credit circle just doesn't stop. It always comes around. It never goes down. It never goes down because you always need it. So this week I have to tighten up my belt and stop eating outside and spending money outside frivolously, and really finish the project, see where that's going to lead. So that's that. 18-minute long. That's very long. So I'll catch everyone tomorrow. Have a good day, everyone.